This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Today's discussion, we try in the podcast to teach and to entertain and just to enjoy ourselves, and we hope you do too. Today's discussion is the walk of shame in the cap table. So here's the deal. When you invest in privately held companies, and this is true of publicly held companies too, but it's not as complete and you can't see it as clearly. When you invest in privately held companies, there's a cap chart, a cap table. And the cap chart, cap table shows everybody's investment in the company and how many shares they own. And as I became a more sophisticated investor and did more of this, I ended up having, of course, some ego involved in it. And there is nothing worse than when you get from the private company or get on Carta or you get wherever you look at your cap charts, whether it's you're investing in private equity funds or VC funds, or you're investing in individual companies, is getting the cap table and showing that you're investor 37 or you're one of the smaller investors. I mean, the only comfort sometimes is, of course, you can't compare yourself as an individual with the true VC funds and so forth, unless you're one of these super rich people, which you are not. But you just try and make sure that you're not the lowest on the cap chart. There's almost nothing that is more akin to the walk of shame than seeing the cap table and seeing that you are the smallest investor in the cap table. It makes you question your, I don't know if you could still say masculinity as a person. I don't know if that's allowed anymore, but it makes you question your own esteem and worth when you're the lowest person on the cap table or cap chart. It just is one of those feelings. So we've now reverted to, how much you invest in a company. It's now become, one, how well do you think the company can do? Two, how well does it fit into your portfolio and what you're trying to do in your risk portfolio? And three, can I invest enough that I don't have to do the walk of shame when the cap chart, cap table comes out and see my name towards the bottom of it? I hope, again, that I've not offended anybody today. I know it's first world problems, but the ego is a real thing. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. If you enjoy this podcast, the walk of shame and the cap table, please text me 773-766-5322. If you're the first to text, we'll send you a $100 Amazon gift certificate. Thank you for listening.